Hello.
Hello, everyone. Happy International Mr. Leather weekend to
Yes.
all who observe it.
And thank you so much for subscribing with Prime, Callisto. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Hello, Gavin. Hey, Photo. Hey, Artistic Bum. Good to see y'all.
We there are still restrictions on the chat, and the chat is not on screen. But there are less, so you don't have to have been a follower for quite as long. So hopefully we have a few can get a few more people in the chat than last time we streamed, and assuming all goes well, we hopefully we can take even more off next time. So everything has. If anybody wants an update about the doxing shit, I have literally not had anything else happen. So
Yeah, that's good. Happy
welcome.
Friday.
Yeah, welcome, artistic bum. I'm glad that I that's an extreme mood for me. I would sleep through half the stream if I didn't have to. If I wasn't running it. um, but yeah, we have a very exciting game. I saw this game on Twitter, and I was like, "This, we have to play this. This is the
it
most."
it's so just down the middle, like exactly the kind of shit we're into, and it just looks so good.
Yeah, yeah,
Like like we play plenty of like monster fucking, gay ass, furry ass, games where it's, a small dev team and so it's like hand drawn art. They can't do much, but this is like the full furry fantasy
yep,
has come alive with this game.
yep,
So it's very impressive.
yep. And like literally, even if it wasn't like a fetish thing, I think this would probably be fun. Like because it's just like I don't know. Neither of us have played it yet. I honestly didn't even look that much into it. I was just like, it's macro furry fetish game like for under five
Yeah,
bucks. Like that's just instant. We got to play that on stream.
I'm in. Yeah. Did you play Rampage back in the day?
Maybe one was that on N64.
I think so, but I only ever played it on like arcade, you know,
Oh, okay, but it
machines.
was around that time.
But yeah, it was around that time. It was yeah, like, or maybe I'm getting two games confused, like conflated in my mind. I think Rampage was the name of it. It's one, but kind of the claymation style, like monsters wrecking like a city.
Oh no, I don't think I actually did play that.
Maybe that isn't Rampage. Let me look up the name of that game.
Here, yeah, I'll look it up and put it on screen too.
Yeah, it was Rampage.
I think I'm
And they made a
thinking.
horrible movie of it starring The Rock a few years ago.
Yeah, see, I think I'm getting a different. I think there was an N64 game that was like it, that was like monsters. Okay, is that the right? Yeah. Um. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think.
so this one it was like a wolf, a gorilla, and a like lizard monster. Just and you just were yeah multiplayer. Not like just trying to like see who won by just destroying the most property and the most valuable property. It's really really good shit.
Probably awakened a lot of macro fetish furries, especially with that wolf. I mean,
Yeah.
come on,
Oh
look at
yeah, the wolf
him.
was definitely the one to be. The wolf was definitely the sexiest, and just the punching was just like very tactile. Like as somebody whose stims are like destroying, very good. Oh, Ding Klong said Rampage was an arcade game ported to N64. Okay, cool. Thank you for that. Um,
Okay.
yeah,
I think I'm thinking of a different like monster fighting game for the N64 that I played, but maybe it was a later Rampage.
it might be like Primal Rage or something like that. The like dinosaur fighting game,
That sounds right.
which is also very good.
No, this
There
actually
is
isn't.
like one like ape in there.
This isn't what I was thinking, but this is also very good. Um, but yeah, it does seem like it's probably going to be a lot like that. which is fun.
Yeah. Spiritual successor, some furry imprinted on this game and said, but let's actually make it furry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fun. I just saw this on like my For You page on Twitter, uh, and I sent it to Devin like we just got to play this, but then I also even saw it on like other places later. Like I saw it on Furry IRL on Reddit, and people are like, we're gonna add a new game to the canon of like I forget what they all are. I haven't played them, but there's like is one of them Amorous is one of them. There's like a couple like furry porny games that are like the furry games. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I've never Amor. I don't know that one.
Okay, Amorous. They can't show nudity on. Can they show nudity? I guess I'll just look first. Amorous is one of them. I've never actually played any of them. Yeah, let's see if I can. I've just heard the names. Yeah, this looks like it's safe for work.
Oh, cute.
Can you see this on my screen now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I just hear the name. I think it's like pansexual furry dating game. Yeah, from 20 Oh, it's only from 2018. Um
Oh, they're all so curvaceous.
they're
So hippie.
it's so flash video. I love it.
It is.
Um
Oh my god, the little shaker, the little cocktail shaker one.
oh my gosh, these are so cute. I've never actually seen this.
Photo mentioned furry cyberfucker. Let's see if I furry cyberfucker. That's actually what it's called. Yes. Oh my god. We're gonna literally need to get Chatterbait
Yeah. I
so
wonder
we can
maybe
play
we could
this shit.
actually play Amorous. Um there might be a yeah, safe for work mode can be enabled. So we actually could play
Oh,
that
okay.
one. Changed one of them? See, I've just heard these names.
That these are beloved
These are like the
in the
ones
community.
that people buy and then they no, it's not changed. Something. They're the ones that people buy and then people see in their Steam games list and they get outed as a furry.
Oh, I see. So you have to make an alt just to buy these games.
I love that we're about to we it's run the game is running already and everybody on my friends list just got that little and the little ding. Megan or Madeline is playing the furry game.
Yes. I mean, I forget that people feel any shame about this subject at all whatsoever. It's like, I don't know. Even though there's plenty of other like fetishes where I have that like, oh, my secret, precious, private desire kind of thing. But like furry is just so wholesome in my mind now
Yeah.
that I forget that until like somebody in my life apologizes to me for having made anti-furry jokes when we were in college together. And it's
Oh,
like,
that's right.
oh, that's not, it's not that deep. But I understand for others it is. Like,
It's just weird. It's I think like there's a certain large group. I don't know if it's a majority, but there's a large group of people that basically say that anything furry is like zoophilia, like that is necessarily tied up. So it's definitely
yeah,
kind of fraught. Um, and people just assume, like the small things that they've heard about it are so outside of what it actually is. Even the sexual parts of it, like
right.
everybody assumes the sex part of being a furry is like having sex in fursuits, which is like not.
That's such a small percentage of people.
Yeah, that's a very niche thing.
Yeah. yeah, and I've had to explain it to people that it's like the only reason that it's sexual is because it's like if that's a big part of your identity or your embodiment or how you feel comfortable, sex is one way you're going to enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
But like people have fantasy themed weddings or like Star Wars themed weddings. It's
Right.
because they're really into those things. Like,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean it's like completely sexual all the time for them only. Like,
Yeah. So this is why we're gonna play the furry porn game, the secret
yes.
furry porn game.
Yes, because we were just really respect the culture. Um,
Anthropologists.
yes. Yeah, we're furry supporters. I am looking at this furry cyberfucker game though, and oh my god, it is the jiggle physics,
Oh my
the
god.
the shininess of the bodies and the jizz. We could not play this one on stream, but we should play it.
We just gotta start doing this shit on Chatterbait.
Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna
the
look it
After
up.
Dark.
I'm not showing the chat, but
Yeah, chat. You can look up furry cyberfucker on your own to follow
furry.
along.
I typed in. Oh my Jesus Christ. Okay. I have to show this. I have to show this. I just searched furry on Steam.
Oh
Like
my
market,
god.
and there is the first one is furry feet, and then the next one is
Oh my
furry
god.
Hitler.
What?
Furry
Why?
Shades of Grey, Mr. Furry, and Furry Love. What is Furry Hitler? All right, we're not gonna show it just in case.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I'm glad that I switched off of this. That is a full on pussy. This is
Hmm.
this is a Tumblr sexy manified furry Hitler.
Oh my god. Why?
What? You can still see my screen, right, Devin? You're looking at this.
No, it's just stars.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Um,
You're good.
yeah, this is. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, I know you guys can't see that, so this is the.
Should well, let me look. I'm gonna look it up. I gotta know.
Let me hold on. Let me uh
Furry
I can put a
Hitler.
I'll put it. Let's see if I can quickly put a screenshot on the.
Oh wow, when I searched for furry Hitler, Steam told me one result has been excluded based on your preferences.
Can I just paste this in? No, I can't.
Oh my god. Okay, view page.
Oh yeah, here.
Oh
It's
no.
actually over your screen. Oh no, I think I may have I didn't realize that's how that worked. Oh no, it should be good. Okay, hold
Oh
on.
yeah, now it's over my face in the
It was
stream.
over your face. It's okay. It was
Oh yeah.
I was worried it was I don't think it was. Yeah, this is
It wasn't pussy or anything. Yeah.
no.
Wow.
So bad.
Oh my god. It there's just like a fox woman with like butt plugs coming in and out of her ass. Uh, um you play as Hitler, reliving some of your best and worst decisions and seeing where those lead you.
What were the
Only you
best
will
decisions?
Yeah. Only you will decide how this war will end. Oh my god. It
Oh.
has very positive reviews. Um I guess you
Pot
only seek it out if you're into it.
positive.
Positive. My lord.
God, this sucks ass. I regret being a furry. I regret my life choices. Oh my god.
Wow.
All right. Let's play this non-Hitler video game.
Yes. This will be the real eye bleach.
I think I gotta be Thrash, punk
Thrash
drummer.
is Thrash is the best design in here. Oh, there's different colors. Ooh,
Ooh,
I love
that's
green
good.
Thrash. I think I'm gonna be Rach, chief scientist, out of respect for Cheese, our furry
Yeah.
vaccine developer.
Okay.
It's for our how are Nazi furs even a thing?
Oh,
Oh, I hate to tell you, but they're out there.
yeah, this isn't my first. Oh, here, I
Yeah,
just read it.
yeah. There's cops, you know, lots of cops. It's definitely a thing we have to contend with. Um,
Oh my god, look at the way
'Cause
they
it's out there.
move.
Wow. Oh my God, smashing cars. Yeah, this is gonna be like Rampage, just maximizing your damage.
Oh
I
my
stepped on
god.
a cop car already.
Oh, you can. I like that you can. How do you? What button is it? Oh yeah, you
Oh,
can.
there's
You
just
can hide the HUD for. I think there's a photo mode too. If there's, I forget if there's a photo mode or if they said that was coming. Oh my
amazing.
god.
Oh wow. Oh, the camera work is weird. I
Yeah.
definitely just disappeared behind a building, but all right. All right. Stomp. Stomp on that cop car.
Oh yeah, nice. Oh, I
Okay,
think.
just regular.
I think smashing stuff makes us bigger too. Of course.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm really behind.
I'm not. I haven't seen. Oh wait. Wait or eat cars to replenish stamina. How do I eat a car?
Might be E. E to pick up.
Oh
E to
yeah,
pick
look
up,
at that.
and then eat. Yes. Oh no no. Can we eat a little guy? Maybe.
I don't think there's any little guys. I think that would be. This is the macro game, not the vor game. That's. Or
But
is
it's
this?
such a natural fit.
I know. Is eating cars vor?
Philosophers weigh in.
Photo. Eat a bus like a hoagie. Give me a
Yes.
bus. I need to eat a hoagie.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. So you can kind of stomp things to just raise them completely. That's good. That's convenient.
Hoagie time. Oh, no. I ate
Oh
it
my
more like
God.
a corn cob.
Yeah, you just ate it right down the center. I'm very behind in damage. I should have plugged my controller in. I feel like this. Can we fight each other? Can we
Oh
fight
yeah,
each
that's a
other?
great point. No, this is only friendly. We
Yes.
are cooperators.
Yes, we're just having a friendly competition here to see who can destroy the most structure.
Oh my god. Oh. This is so wholesome. I was thinking about how, like, you know, we've talked multiple times, but especially on the kink episode of, like, how important, like, obscure kinks and fetishes are because, like, look at how lovingly this is portrayed. Like,
Yes. It's just, really just realizing the fantasy. Oh my God, my stamina is. I need to eat some shit. What am I doing?
oh yeah, that's right.
All work and no play. There we go.
Oh, the cars are so
But
puny
yeah,
now.
oh fuck, this camera sucks. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely made for controller.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm getting vibration on the stomps, like, as I walk around on my controller.
Oh shit. Oh, because you're getting so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
The cars are so small now. That's like what really gives you a sense of how far you've come.
Oh my god. This is so satisfying. Oh, I can throw. I could throw, too. I could throw
Oh
the cars.
shit.
I just threw one at you.
Oh shit. No.
I do want
I'm
you to be
just
able to
trying to
fight,
eat.
too.
I just I'm just trying to eat my lunch.
Oh my god, the camera shake.
Like, how far out can I go? Also, I'm curious about.
Yeah, can we go destroy that farm?
Bus. Okay, I'm walking towards the farm.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
yeah.
it looks like it'll let me. Oh shit, we're out of time. Fuck.
Next time we just have to explore the...
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh.
All right. There needs to be more maps. This just came out like yesterday. So, welcome Trans Peaks. Welcome Minmo.
Yes, hello. Oh yeah. Oh, I guess, wait, did I end up? That's weird because you had a higher earning throughout, so I don't know why my total is higher here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, you totally had more millions of dollars in damage, so I don't know what the bonus is here. Or like,
Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
also I started out taller, so I feel like that's why I'm taller now, but
Here. We'll just do another run. And I do want to know. Can we just explore the... Oh my god, look at her little walks. Look at their walk cycle and the...
I know. I love the clothes on Thrash. So fucking good. I gotta get these cars while I'm over here. Just...
Can I go in the water?
Yeah.
Nah, it won't let me go in the water. That makes sense.
We should be able to have like a real Godzilla kaiju moment, you know.
I mean, they were saying that they want to like make the like the mod like really moddable. I wonder if in like 2 years this game will just be like, there's got to be enough fucking, you know, furry macro people that are into modding. Like that seems like a rich vein.
Absolutely. Yeah, so you were talking about this before we went live, that basically they want to have mod support so people can put their personas into the game.
Yes. I think there already is some to even just on release. I think there is some, and there will be. They're saying they want more as well. It really is just letting me walk out to this farm.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh my god. You know those TikToks that are like, oh no, really? It let me walk all the way out here, but then there's an invisible wall right before the farm.
God. Why would they do that?
I know. Why would...
There's no other reason to be out there. Like,
that's so silly. Oh my god. You're so slow too. I like that you can only just shuffle.
Yeah, you know, you're carrying a lot of power.
Mm-hmm.
And the map is so small that if you did move quickly, it would be too chaotic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Minmo says they're gonna add the farm DLC later.
Yes. I want to eat cows. Soda cola.
Oh my god. Need a cab? Call a cab. Fuck yes. This is a good video game.
They know.
Fuck yes.
They know what the fuck they're doing.
What a good video game. Hi Charles. Did I get too excited?
Oh, Charles is alarmed.
Oh my god, now you're so much bigger than me. I need to walk. Yes, come here.
Oh yeah.
No, I am micro.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
You're so big.
Oh my god. I'm gonna eat you.
Yes. Oh my god, that's so good.
You're like a little baby.
Never talk to me or my son ever again.
No. My small they them child.
Yeah.
Taking my punk child to the show.
Yeah.
After a long shift at the hospital.
Oh my god. I was thinking, you know those TikToks that are like subway surfers and somebody talking, like next to like somebody talking so that you can like pay attention and have
Oh
distraction.
yes.
This is the perfect one of those, right?
Yes. I was just thinking like, oh, we can just keep doing this while we have Pisscourse about something.
Yeah.
And or like, the way people used to just have like YouTube commentary channels where they would just show themselves playing Call of Duty while talking about something completely not related,
Yep.
Same thing.
Yeah, this could just be our channel now. It's like we're never not we're always just playing this while we talk.
Yeah, we're just constantly doing Pawperty damage to like be able to process anything. We have to be playing Pawperty damage.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I've gotten so large that there's limits to I can't punch many things anymore because I'm above them.
You gotta kick. Gotta kick.
Oh, strats.
Oh my god. That's fucking great.
Massive. Are you caught up a little bit though? 121 feet.
Yeah, that's true. I'm over there like I'm so small. Oh my god. What is that billboard that says yeet? The billboard. Yeet. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm realizing I don't know how much meat this game has on its bones to keep playing.
Yeah. Oh, they only have the one level, I guess.
It just came out, so I'm sure that and it's $5, like.
Right.
I'm
Yes.
I'm sure that they'll keep adding stuff, but
and it's very complete as a concept, right? Like the execution, like it runs, you know what I mean? Like the characters look great, the like mechanic makes sense, like it. I was making fun of the camera, but it's mostly just because I'm on control. I don't have a controller. Like other than that, everything runs really good.
Yeah, I think I definitely haven't had any problems with the controller with the camera. It felt really good, but it's definitely controller forward.
Yes.
And it's just super cute. Like even aside from the furry characters, like the city just looks cute. Somebody said it's very Sim City.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cute.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Here, let's go out. I'm curious just if there's any other like modes or anything, or in the single player.
Right now yeah.
No.
Oh, we also have we have background info about each character. That's good.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Lose lab assistants and unpleasant coworkers. Fired. Big heart, bigger fists. He's built the city and can destroy it too. Strong opinion about landlords, cops, and things in general.
Very good. Dragon. Yep. A gender dragon. I
Very
love
nice.
that.
With the jack off crystal on his neck.
It really is the Geo crystal. Oh my god.
Let's see what these modes are. Grow from any damage. Okay, so yeah, there's pretty much all that you can fiddle with there is just some of the growth stats. Time attack, destroy the city as fast as possible. Okay. So is this like the goal is to destroy the entire city and see how long it takes?
Oh yeah. Here, let's go back
That
out
might be
because this
slightly
is this is actually single player, but it looked like the way it was phrased, it looked like we could do that. Oh yeah, we could do that in multiplayer too. Should we try time attack?
Yeah, let's try it.
Just leave all the other stuff, I guess.
I think so. I don't target destruction. I don't know if that means like 66% like of the city. I don't know what that means,
Oh,
but yeah.
probably. Yeah, let's put it all the way up so we have to destroy the whole thing.
Perfect. Yeah. Cool. Do
Hi,
that.
Cooper.
Yeah. Wait, who do I want to be? Yeah.
I think I'll be this scientist lady. How do I change?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, look at that yellow.
Oh yeah. Very nice. Woo.
Do I have to destroy the trees too? Well, it didn't give me any property damage, so.
Yeah. Maybe not.
Oh my
Watch
god.
this like taking us forever since we have it at 100%. Just like looking for every random little
I
car.
think it might. I was kind of thinking. I was like, we got a lot of stream.
Yeah, we can do it. You know, we can always talk about things while we ravage. the
Yeah.
city. Yeah, I didn't start by the water before. It's kind of nice. Wait, I could probably stomp this lamp.
Yeah, I realize we have to get all the lamp posts too, so I'm just getting
my
all the lamp posts.
Oh my god. That's kind of satisfying though. This is
Yeah,
definitely
I feel like we're gonna.
stimmy.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, this is. You know, I want this on my phone.
Yes.
Like imagine just like even if it was slightly less of a game and you could just like do it one-handed and just sort of like, you know,
Yeah, definitely.
you're like in a meeting and you're just doing it on your phone so that you as a stim.
Yeah, to just help you pay attention. Just catch me just doing this in the doctor's office, or like while getting my blood drawn.
Oh my god, I just realized, do we have to ration cars, you think?
Oh fuck, for energy.
How much energy
I didn't
do
even think
have?
about that. I've just been wantonly destroying.
There are a lot of cars. I think we'll
Yeah.
probably be okay. God damn it! It's for our do it one-handed. Yeah.
Yes.
I literally even I saw that in the Twitter comments too, and I didn't even remember not to. Oh shit! I think we do have to destroy these trees. I'm destroying them now. One pod, as they would say.
Yes. Oh my god, we're only at 7% of the city.
Oh my god, it's gonna take so long.
It's gonna take us an hour. Oh my god, that'll be good.
Yeah. Should we
We'll
start?
really know.
Should we start talking about other some of our discussion topics?
Sure. God.
Here, we'll do a little
even
bit more.
remember.
Yeah, we'll do a
Yeah.
little bit more of this.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can. Yeah, we can do it while doing it.
Oh my god, it's so satisfying though. It's like, you know what it's like? Oh my god, I realized I can just smash the stomp. I wasn't doing that before.
Yeah, you kind of walk forward. Yeah. It's nice.
It's like bubble tape.
Yes.
Or not bubble tape, like, you know, bubble.
Bubble wrap.
Yeah, bubble wrap.
Yeah. Or just like ripping up a bar coaster, you know.
Yeah.
Catch me ripping up a bar coaster. I actually also will. This is nasty. I'll just like rip all the gum off the bottom of a bar without thinking about it, and then realize I shouldn't be doing this, but it feels so good.
Oh, that's so gross. Like, I get it, but I do get
Yeah.
it.
It's just my hands just find their way there. And then I have to
Oh.
remember I'm gonna get a new variety of COVID.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be patient 0.
Omicron plus.
Yeah. Oh man, all the traffic lights too.
Oh my god, you're so much higher than me. I've been trying to get all these little trees and stuff.
Oh yeah, you're being meticulous. I'm going. Yeah, I'm kind of. I don't even know what I'm doing, but sectors.
Oh my god. This is extremely satisfying, though. Minmo's very upset.
About the gum thing?
Yeah.
Listen.
Listen.
I'm not gonna argue about this one, you know. That I'm not gonna say it's good. I'm just gonna say it's what happens. Especially if I'm at a bar and I'm nervous.
I was literally just thinking, tonight on the nightly news, autism stimming out of hand, city destroyed.
If you don't let me pick all the gum off, this is what happens.
I'll unleash the demon.
Yes, I'll let out a primal roar.
Oh my god.
I will destroy the city.
I was just thinking of that meme that's like autism costs to families $60,000 a year or whatever.
Yeah, all that weed I'd be smoking.
Right, but in this case, it's autism costs $50 million.
Roads should cost something too.
Well,
but I understand why they didn't do that.
I was just if roads did cost something, then we would imagine having to stomp on every little square inch of this road though to do this part.
I mean, it would be satisfying to look at once it was done though.
It would be. Eventually there's just going to be a car that's only half squished. You know, like
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll be searching around desperately.
Y'all are paying for autism? I got mine for free. My fursuit had just shipped. Said photo. Congratulations.
Ooh, yeah.
That's great.
That's awesome. So you're putting all the fabric and stuff on it, if I remember correctly, right?
Oh, is it just like so? It's just like the foam. That makes
sense. Base, yeah. But you know, they do a lot of sewing and stuff, so I'm sure they'll handle that massive undertaking.
Muppet fleece on it.
Oh yeah.
Is that just like long hair? I'm imagining.
I think it's a kind of fleece for puppets and stuff. Oh,
it does go a lot faster as you get bigger.
Yes. Yeah, we're already almost at 50%.
Yeah, like how big can you get?
I guess we'll find out. We'll see. Oh, you've really caught up and surpassed your limits.
Yeah, this is an anime. Oh my god, stomping takes so much energy now.
Makes sense.
Give me a delicious
really
car.
Put thought into this. These cars are so small.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to grab one without smashing. Like get close enough to eat it without smashing it.
we go. A bus, yeah. A bus is easier.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, it feels good to be able to even just punch anything. Everything's just a stomper at this point.
Give me a car. There we go. Yeah, we gotta ration our buses. No more stomping on buses.
Yes. Very true.
I guess we can just walk and smash things. It just takes a lot
That
longer.
too. Yeah, that's the struggle with some of these cars. I keep trying to get close to one to eat a little snack, and then I destroy it.
Oh my god.
Beautiful bus.
Bus snack. It's like the fucking it's like eating the eating in Iron Giant. All those delicious all that delicious metal.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't eat one of these cars to save my goddamn life.
Nice, Seb. Seb killed Ganon in Breath of the Wild.
Nice. Getting ready to play Tears of the Kingdom, I assume. I only just started Tears of the Kingdom this week.
Did you?
Yeah. And I'm struggling. I just built a little boat, and then the sail started spinning around, and it killed me. And then I said,
It killed you?
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah. So then I needed to just go lie down.
It's not enough to wiggle my joystick and destroy it. It's just maybe this game will be healing.
Yes.
Ready
I can't
for
have these items destroying me. I must destroy.
I really can't pick these up.
Yeah, the cars are just like, it's just not even, there's like no hitbox for it anymore.
We can always just walk on them without like it certainly takes a lot longer, but
Yes, but it does get some done.
oh, I guess actually our stamina just regenerates too.
Yes. Yeah, I wonder if we'll get to the point where we can just stomp on buildings like cars.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm racking up a lot of damage just existing.
Yeah. Mood. That's yeah.
Ooh. Okay, I got a bus. Oh, the bus even looks pitiful now.
Oh my god, yeah, it's a little morsel.
Yeah, it's just a little Twizzlers.
Oh yeah, we're at 99%.
Oh my god. How can that be?
Yeah,
Shit, I didn't mean to.
this was much more engaging than I thought it would be too. Trying to get all the little.
Yeah, the person who liked this to Katamari was right.
Yep.
Because of the just growing bigger mechanic, making it kind of easier as you go.
Oh, that was it.
Yes. Woo! All right.
Oh my god, that was extremely satisfying.
Yes. Oh my god. 13 minutes.
Oh, Seb, are you you're going to be waiting a long time for Tears of the Kingdom to go down in price. Is Breath of the Wild even on sale?
Yeah, they never put Nintendo games on sale, like, ever. It feels like. Unless it's some one-off in the store or some promo.
This mode specifically was co-op, but the other mode was competition. And you can see, but it's literally just like who destroys more shit, which you can also see here. It's all pretty, you know.
Yeah, it's still kind of, yeah, it's not, you're not actually fighting each other. And here it's just, here's the leader of the team. We're working together, but
Mm-hmm.
you
like
can't really sabotage that much.
I
Like,
like that we're just standing there looking like, well, I guess I'm sated now.
yep, on to the next one. Yeah, it'll be nice when they add other cities, or I don't know what their plans are in terms of priorities, but
Yeah, I think
adding,
I think they said that there wasn't any promises for post launch content, but um definitely if they can get some mod support in there, I'm sure there will be like tons of fucking other levels you can do in mods and shit,
yeah, people could just use these assets to make something in different configurations pretty easily. So
which is very fun.
yes.
Um so yeah, what were we going to talk about? I feel like we didn't we didn't
Fuck.
plan that much for this stream and we're like, yeah, we'll just play this game, but
Surely rampaging as furries will eat up 3 hours of time with
yeah.
no issues.
Well, we do have
Um,
we do have some stuff to talk about, and
yeah,
if we stop early today, that's also fine. I'm
yeah, we got some piss courses, and let's.
so the first thing that we were talking about is the Target uh um uh that removed all of their Pride merch,
Mm-hmm.
which they fucking caved.
Yes.
So there was a couple of like high profile like mostly just people coming in and destroying shit. Um, I feel like honestly the Bud Light, the videos I saw of like people destroying Bud Light. Well, there was that specific fucking video of a guy destroying a shitload of beer, but it was actually like the wrong beer. Did you see that
Mm-hmm.
one?
Um, I feel like maybe I saw people talking about it. I don't know. This would have been a while ago, back when the Dylan Mulvaney shit was first happening, right?
Well, it's crazy because it's like still, you know, they're still
Right. Well,
fucking
yeah,
talking
they never
about it.
reversed it. Yeah.
But, you know, oh my god, fucking furry Hitler is still on my screen. Get this
Oh Lord.
get this off of my
Put
screen.
that in the garbage.
Before I put furry pussy on Jeff
On
Bezos's
main.
own Twitch.
Yes. It's what they deserve, but
Yeah.
not what we deserve to
If
backlash on.
if I could make Jeff Bezos play the furry Hitler game, I would.
Oh yes.
Let's see if I can pull it up really quick. I think it was in a Target too. Um, maybe it wasn't. Yeah, I'm not. I can't find it easily, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was just this. It was very upsetting just because of the fucking how unhinged this dude looked. He was just pulling beers out and like smashing them, and it was the wrong fucking beer.
Oh yeah. Oh
Um,
wait, hold on. I think I might have. Oh wait, no, this is just a reaction video. Never mind.
oh, that guy that destroyed the wrong beer had just exposed himself to a kid. Yeah.
It's always these fucking people projecting who are predatory.
Yeah, literally every time. So the more even more relevant thing is usually I have more of this stuff bookmarked, but we just decided to
Yeah. Oh,
talk.
okay. Here, I did find the video. I can just put it in the Zoom chat, or
Yes.
it was at Walmart, and it was Bush Light.
So fucking stupid.
Yes. Just so aggressive.
Um, I think
So
okay.
yeah, the video's just down on there.
Yeah, that shit is so like, and it's the wrong fucking beer.
And
This is over. This is over a sponsored post. Like I think that's
mm-hmm.
the thing that has gotten even even for people on the left, like it's easy to forget that this was literally they sent her some beer, and was it like she was drinking beer in a bubble bath or something.
I never even saw the original post.
I, I
I
think
never even saw it. Yeah.
yeah, it might be worth let me see if I can find it really quick because I don't think I think maybe I saw like a screenshot of it. It might be worth looking at. um Bud Light original.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So she's like wearing pearls in a very like Audrey Hepburn kind of getup and long opera gloves, drinking Bud Lights with, and there's one with her on the can.
Yeah.
Hi. Impressive carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us. So, I
That's the
kept hearing
original.
about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month, but it turns out it has
There's
something to do with
another news
sports.
story that just
And
came
I'm
up as I
not
was
sure
looking for
if
that other clip of Kid Rock buys a case of Bud Light just to shoot it.
Yeah. It's like it's so it's unhinged. It is like nothing. This is
Yeah.
nothing. This is and I and how long ago was this? Let's see if I actually click on this embedded if it'll tell me. No, that just takes me to
Let's see. I'm looking at this NBC story about how long their sales have been tanking. The controversy, now nearing its third month,
yeah.
has turned off a broader customer group than just those who characterize themselves as conservatives. Okay, NBC News, great. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
April,
You've alienated, they've alienated everyone at this point, but that you, and then conservatives are just going to paint that as here's why you don't market to queer people, of course, but
yeah.
it's
This
because you've alienated everyone at this point
yep.
by pulling this too.
April 1st is
Hmm.
when this was posted. Um yeah, absolutely wild. And just somebody that like yeah. And I think they actually like fired some of the top brass that were not that they even had probably were direct even knew about this. Like this was such a this is a fucking partner. Like how many other fucking channels on Instagram did they do something like this? um but yeah, they fired some of the C-suite people that were there during it, and it's like
Yeah, they put on leave Alyssa Heinerschied, who was the first woman ever in charge of Bud Light's marketing. So a little bit of a glass cliff phenomenon there. And then her boss, Daniel Blake,
yep,
put them on leave. Yeah.
absolutely wild. um so let's see. And it's the same. It's the same stuff at Target, where it's just the stuff that they were selling is like, and the reaction. But it is unfortunate because Target was actually starting to sell like binders and like tucking stuff and like actual
Mm-hmm.
stuff that people need. Um, and the response is so unhinged and like yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Target has always been, a little bit ahead of the curve by the standards of like large American corporations with this stuff. Like they started carrying, pronoun pins in their stores in 2016, 2017, something like that. But it's always been really selective in terms of which store locations they even carry this stuff in. So here in Chicago, if you go into the Target in Uptown, you see lots of queer stuff. But if you go into a Target in a different neighborhood, you might not see any pride displays at all until like super recently. So it's not particularly surprising, but this trend of companies just folding in the face of pressure so quickly. And the same thing also happened with the LA Dodgers. So they ended up reversing. I don't know how much you were following that whole deal.
No, I don't think I heard about
Oh,
this part.
oh yeah, this one's
Oh,
interesting. So the LA
this is the
Dodgers was having
nuns,
a
right?
yeah, they were having a pride night and they were going to be giving an award to the Sisters of the Perpetual Indulgence, who, if you don't know who they are, they're a an activist group that's been around since the late 70s. They were, anti-war, they were like doing like, anti-Vietnam War demonstrations and shit. Um, one of their founders was the guy who, if you remember the kind of iconic image of a hippie putting a flower in like the National Guard's like bayonets or whatever, that was like one of the founders of the Sisters of the Perpetual Indulgence. And they found a bunch of leftover nuns habits from a Sound of Music play production
Oh
in
my
San
god.
Francisco. Yeah. And then they just became this like sisterhood of like just all kinds of queer people in nun costumes. And they did a lot of support for AIDS patients, obviously, and HIV outreach, and have just been really a force, not just in San Francisco, but they have chapters throughout the US. And so the LA Dodgers were going to give them an award about all of this for their Pride Night. And then there was a big protest from a lot of Catholic groups who find the nuns and the nun imagery offensive. And so then the Dodgers pulled the award. And then there was such a huge backlash from queer people in LA and Hollywood that they reinstated it. So it is still happening. Um, and that just shows you how much of a weather vane these large companies are.
Right.
It's nice that there was enough pressure that they realized they had fucked up, but you know
Yeah.
it's completely craven, which we all already knew that it was. But
Yeah. These groups, they they don't care, you know? It is literally just about that um making money, you know? Is it going to make more money to sell Pride merch, or is it going to make more money to sell to fucking people who want us dead? Like, and can they sell to both of those groups, which they all, can whenever they do, whenever they can.
yeah,
Um, it's I think that is fair. That I was thinking about that. I don't. As far as says, I don't want Target workers to be put at risk, and Target workers are being vocal and saying that they feel under threat. Um, I think that
but are Target workers saying that, or is the company using that as an excuse?
yeah,
Like, um I, just as another example, Two Bears Tavern Group, which is just a network of gay bars here in the city, they stopped stocking any Bud Light products after the Dylan Mulvaney backlash happened. And now workers at their bars are like getting threats called in for removing Bud Light. You know what I mean? So I feel like, you know, obviously these companies don't care about their workers' well-being, but they will use that as an excuse to do something.
yeah,
Um, and I just don't see how that's the solution, right? Like the solution is the company actually treating their workers like they matter, which of course they're not going to do without
right,
union. And if workers feel unsafe, the solution isn't pulling the pride merch, it's them striking or taking steps as workers for the fact that the company is not protecting their safety.
yeah,
Like the solution isn't getting rid of acknowledgement of queer people in the stores. And that's
yeah.
how I feel about it.
I absolutely agree, and I think it's frustrating that it works, right? Like
Yeah,
this is really purposeful. Like this is not um not an accident that this happened, and it continues, and the way it continues to happen, and yeah, and you know, Target will still like show up at Pride and stuff like that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And I do understand how it has an overall chilling effect, right? Like that it does make um, workers at these stores and people in these stores just afraid to stand up, unlike the one absolute queen, which maybe we'll show that video of her in a little bit, who,
Yeah,
recognize that this kind of behavior is beyond the pale. But if you are afraid of someone actually just like shooting up your store or something like that, which is that's a real fear to have, and that does have a
it's
chilling
true.
effect on how much people stand up, so
Yeah,
I do get that.
it's true. I think that a lot of this just shows how real the, you know, fascist threat is, you know, how far the propaganda has gone, and how the right is so willing to use, like, um you know, people talked about that a lot with, like, libs of TikTok and stuff. What is it? Sec sec what's the word I'm trying to think of? Terrorism. Scat set I
Skip.
can't. Yeah, you know the what I'm.
Stochastic.
I think, is that how it's pronounced? That
Yeah,
sounds
I
right.
think it's stochastic. Yeah, I think that's what you're thinking of.
Right. Yes, that's definitely the word. Of just like, yeah, it's frustrating how much of I don't know, fascism, how real the fascism is that we're facing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a lot of this stuff really it like shows this like moving of the like Overton window or whatever, which for
Right.
people who don't know what that is, that's just kind of the window of what's considered like acceptable, normal political discourse. And so people that and perspectives that would have been laughed off for honestly only a few years in the 2000s, right? Like a lot of these viewpoints would have been considered very normal in the early 2000s by the mainstream. And then around the time that gay marriage became legal, for a while people would say that it was no longer publicly acceptable, and now a lot of that open bigotry is acceptable again. And companies just courting the dollars of these kind of conservative groups more than of queer people is what it comes down to, right? Because it's not about any actual respect to any of their points of view, but there's just this belief that it's cheaper to just not have anybody fucking things up in your stores and being outraged, and we don't want to lose the kind of suburban and rural conservatives money, and so
Yeah.
we'll just avoid doing anything that's more of a lightning rod than it is a revenue source.
Um. Here is this extremely good video. Um. Can you still see my screen, Devin? I forget where you're at.
Yes.
I support the satanic pride propaganda.
This fucking woman.
Yeah, both.
You support it?
Satan and pride.
You support Satan?
Mm-hmm.
What's God gonna think of that?
I don't believe in God.
Can people in the chat hear it? I can't hear it. But
I support the satanic.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I they should be able to hear it. I realized I turned your volume off. God, it was long. I don't think this was the full video, because I think there was
no,
more.
it's a couple of minutes. Yeah.
Although there was this post had an extremely sad update, which is, hi, I'm the woman in the last video. That video is over 2 years old. I've worked at Target for nearly 10 years, and the backlash it caused put me on a 3-month LOA. I don't know what that. Do you know what that means?
Leave of absence.
Right. I was diagnosed with anxiety and PTSD from this situation. Even after all the drama, the disrespect, the threats, I still do not agree with removing pieces of collection and never will.
Okay, I just put the full video link in the Zoom chat. That sucks because she looked so unflappable in the video, but of course you never know how much anxiety
I,
and stress afterwards.
yeah, I
radiates,
think it was
so.
not even the interaction. I think it was much
Support
more
the
the backlash afterwards was really what caused it from what it sounded like. Like I don't think it was a problem. Like she was unflappable then, but like, years and years of backlash.
What's God gonna think
Yeah,
of
and
that?
I don't
harassment.
believe in God.
Wow. So you
Did
think
you need help with something?
you support the propaganda that's targeting the kids?
There's nothing targeting kids.
It's all over kids' TV shows. It's all over. They're targeting
Kids
the
can
kids.
choose to wear whatever they want.
Do you support the sexualization of kids through pride propaganda by
Sir,
corporate?
is there something that we can help you with?
I'm just asking people questions. What about you, sir? Do you
I'm
support
not
this?
answering any questions, but if you're here to cause any disturbance in the store,
I'm just asking questions. Do you work?
Yeah,
Do you work
but
for the
you're
Target?
disrupting.
Do you work
Yes,
for Target?
I do actually.
Where's your name tag?
I am the undercover loss prevention.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm just asking questions. So do you support this satanic propaganda?
I'm not
like she
answering
does?
your questions. What you need to do is you either need to leave the store.
God will judge you guys.
Okay.
I mean, I can't. You won't if I don't believe in it.
And also,
I love that this guy
Yeah,
fucking
it is.
posted this shit as if he
Hey, ma'am, do you
won
support
this,
what
too,
did I just
right?
say?
You support pride propaganda?
stop.
Whoa,
Well,
I'm buying
it's-
this.
They can cut it either way because they can feed it into the Christian persecution
That's true.
story, right? You're
Yeah.
either owning the libs or you're a persecuted Christian, and so that gives you even more like license to escalate or whatever.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's I don't want people to get put in this position, but it feels like a bad, and it sucks because it's like, somebody pointed out, should we put like cops in, and that would be the response from Target.
That's what they would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Photo said, this reminds me of the post going around about the puberty book that got banned because one parent complained. How is it that like one person from the far right complains about a book or vandalizes a bunch of beer and everyone caves immediately? Why
Yeah.
can one person do this, but not one person be persuasive enough from a place of liberation? And I think that just comes down to like when somebody from the left does something kind of radical or extreme, they're a terrorist, they're considered, an insurgent, they're dangerous. Whereas if a Christian does it, they represent the heartland and the silent majority. And that is what a lot of people believe, no matter how increasingly fringe these viewpoints become over time.
Yeah.
And we see it we're like groomed whatever to see it that way for a long time when media coverage just talks about the mystery of understanding every single Trump voter, right? When like the New York Times goes to Appalachia or Ohio or whatever
Right.
and interviews every conservative voter and is so bewitched with this idea of like the simple God-loving conservative white American being what this country still actually is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So any person who's a member of that group is seen, their viewpoints are seen as more mainstream than anything that we do, no matter how many of us there are.
I like what Transpeak said. I understand the safety of the workers, but I think if Target is going to pull items, they also need to come out and publicly condemn actions of the fascists. Yeah, I think that's certainly true. Like there are plenty of other, like they have the money to do other shit. Like,
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. You don't just pull it to, spare yourself any hassle and say nothing about it. But
right.
of course, that's.
I'm sure they had some amount of like, some press release or something, but they have plenty of money to do something more substantial than that.
Right. But they want it to just quietly disappear as much as possible because that's why this stuff has this chilling effect on them in the first place. Like they just don't want to draw any more of this negative attention. So and they just secretly do it.
Yeah. I wonder, Chicago? Is that how you pronounce that? I wonder if the undercover loss prevention guy received any backlash. Yeah. It's definitely misogyny is a huge part of that.
Yep.
Oh, just Chicago. Okay. But anyway, it's a complicated topic, and I feel like we didn't really prepare as much stuff about it, but it's definitely on our minds, for sure. And it's frustrating.
Oh, TransPeaks posted part of their statement. For more than a decade, Target has offered an assortment of products aimed at celebrating Pride Month. Since introducing this year's collection, we've experienced threats impacting our team members' sense of safety and well-being while at work. Given these volatile circumstances, we are making adjustments to our plans, including removing items that have been at the center of our most significant confrontational behavior. Our focus is now on moving forward with our continuing commitment to the LGBTQIA+ community and standing with them as we celebrate Pride Month and throughout the year. Right, yeah, and exactly. They're putting the blame on controversial items rather than saying, which is not removing all of their Pride stuff, or at least not saying that they are, even though, again, in practice, they, from some stores, just already exclude this stuff. And yeah, rather than saying it's unacceptable hatred and violence.
Yeah.
These items were the problem, so we're going to get rid of those items.
Even in their press release, they can't even barely call them out. That sucks. That's worse than I would have expected, for sure. Yeah, Photo, I don't know if there's a way to privately message us in the Twitch chat. We probably should have some back channel thing. But yeah, I don't know why Chicago is showing up as a possible ban evader. It's fine. We have found that
it's letting the message. It's fine.
Yeah. The possible ban evader stuff. Literally everyone who we've ever seen that message for has been fine. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't flag anyone who's actually doing any shit. So
yeah.
Go figure.
Thank you for asking though, Photo.
Yeah.
We do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk about fucking mealy mouthed. Just nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of like, I wonder if they like gave some money to a fucking charity or something, which would be bullshit nothing, but at least it would, but not even,
Yeah. So what even were the controversial items? Like which ones were like beyond the pale, and then what are they still keeping? I don't even know.
It might be that I know that there was some specific outrage around tucking stuff.
Of course.
And weirdly, I know that there was a big, like, people kept tweeting about this one shirt that was like, Satan respects your pronouns, and like it was a picture of like a goat, as in like a Baphomet, and it had nothing to do with Target, but people were like acting like this is why we're mad about Target, is there because they're promoting Satanism, and it's like was never sold at Target, and also is really like what the fuck are you talking about?
That's interesting that they even chose that as their because they needed it to be believably something that could be a target but was still horrifying.
Yeah.
That's
I don't think it had anything to do with Target. Like, I don't know why there was people, like right-wing people were acting like it had something to do with it.
Oh yeah, because they wanted to make it look worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just wanted it to be explicitly Satanist. So
And I really loved in that discussion, somebody pointed out that there's like a sports team called like the Sun Devils that have a literal devil as their like their logo, and nobody gives a shit about that.
Right. Oh, okay. It was actually one of the designers had other work that uses satanic symbols.
Okay.
Eric Carnell. So, the actual designs that they had in the store were "We Belong Everywhere," "Too Queer for Here," and "Cure Transphobia." But some of their stuff that they just make privately has Baphomets and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. like actual fear of Satan is a thing that like is part of people's like real world views. It's wild to me.
Yeah. Yeah, people think this shit's real.
Yeah,
And that they're
actual
like in this,
locked in religious combat.
yeah, that they really are locked in divine battle. It's, yeah. God, I was just watching last night this interview between Jim Caviezel, who he played like Jesus in The Passion of the Christ, and now he has this like QAnon movie that he's like trying to get into theaters about where he like plays some soldier who rescues all of these children from, the
What?
islands.
The only reason I know the name Jim Caviezel is it because it's a random like random actor you've never heard of reference that the McElroys have made like and now I'm learning. First I didn't know he was Jesus in Passion of the Christ, and then also he's a QAnon person. Okay.
Yeah, he has this, it was this interview on Steve Bannon's show that was so strange and awkward, because even Steve Bannon was like, so is this movie getting no distribution because it's bad? And then Jim Caviezel is just like very seriously just like looking off screen for some reason, like and the way he talks in the interview is like he really thinks he is Jesus, like, and now he actually thinks that he's this crusader for Epstein Island children or
God.
whatever. And like he's just like sobbing about this completely fictional movie that he's in,
Jesus.
where they're like saving kids from trafficking, and like the self-importance and like self-martyrdom and like the drama in it is just, it's unreal. Like there really are like LARPing having a life's purpose.
Yeah.
Just out of whole cloth.
Have you ever seen that Monster Energy drink woman? Do you know what I'm talking
Oh
about?
yes, yeah. Bottoms up and Satan laughs.
Okay, we're gonna also, just because it's fucking hilarious. Let me see if I can find this. Because this is from like a while ago, and I didn't make this observation. Someone, I saw like a tweet or something, but it's like this was so wild at the time, and I remember because this is from not even that long ago. So this Daily Mail upload of it is 5 years ago. So I don't know if that's when it actually. That sounds about right to me. Maybe that's. Let's see if this is like a story about it, or if it's but like it was so ridiculous at the time that it got like a bunch of play. Like this is a wild thing that people believe. And it's like, this is the entire Republican Party now. This is just normal.
Look at your M closely. There's a gap right here in the letter M. It's never connected. So you go into Hebrew. The letter Vav is also the number 6. Short top, long tail. Short top, long tail. You could have here in Hebrew 666 on the can. But my interest is the word monster. What do you see in the O? There's a cross. Okay. What has Christ got to do with an energy drink, let alone the name Monster? So I thought, well, maybe this is a Christian company then. BFC at the bottom of the can. Do you know what that stands for? That's the F word. Big can. In fact, they write it on the side of the can, so I know that's the F word. Okay. Now, do you know
What's
what a
Christ
MILF
got
is?
to do?
Yes,
Got
that's
to
on
do
the
with
box. MILFs dig it, and you will too.
Christians could say that.
Yeah.
Christians could use the F word. Anyway,
It's very serious.
kind of goes on like that, but it's so.
But we got to get to the bottom up and Satan laughs.
Oh
line.
yeah,
We
okay.
gotta-
This is not a Christian company at all. So why would they have put a cross on the can? Here is the message. Antichrist. 666 in Hebrew. And then the Bible talks about the beast in Revelation. And
She's so practiced at this.
She's been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
You see these M's everywhere. Hats, t-shirts, bumper stickers. Is there another agenda here? If God can use people and product, so can Satan. And look at it this way.
What?
Even if the M was not the
Does God
issue,
do that?
you cannot deny that that is a cross.
What are the
And
other
what is the
stalls?
difference? When the cross goes upside down, bottoms up, and the devil laughs. Something to
Yes.
She's expecting applause. Like, she has gotten applause at that moment.
She is giving like a TED Talk speech, like one of the most gripping and practiced ones I've seen in a long time. Which a lot of times people with these conspiratorial views, they're kind of raving. She's very practiced at this and very assured that this is an important thing to say.
I do wonder. I have to guess that is not actually like 666 is probably different than. I mean, I guess 666
Then
doesn't.
3 6s.
Right, in Hebrew.
Yeah, I don't know enough about how Hebrew works to know one way or the other.
Yeah, and isn't 666 even like a mistranslation in I think that I've heard there's something about how it's not actually. Yeah. The way it was originally written, it's not actually even 666. It's transliterable in Arabic numerals as 616, not 666. But anyway, I don't actually know enough about that shit. Oh, really? Is it on
Yeah.
purpose from Monster? I mean, that also wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like saying liquid death has like satanic imagery or
Or
something
like,
like
yeah,
that.
death
Or like it's a
imagery.
death cult.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It's like, well, yeah, we're just going for a punky. We thought it was cool.
If Monster Energy released a statement denying or confirming any of that? Yeah, if I were them, I would confirm it for sure.
Yes. I would just make bottoms up and the devil laughs like the tagline.
Yeah, that'd be everywhere.
It's so cool.
Oh my god. I do like the idea that because so many of these, I mean, people that are in business are like, they're all like that though. So I do, some part of me is like, actually it's owned by fucking some fucking guy that is really Christian and got really scared about it.
Yeah.
God. But that's just like normal. That whole thing is like, that's mainstream fucking Republicans now. And that was only like, I mean, I don't know if that upload is when it originally came out, but that sounds right to me. And that's only fucking 5 years ago. And that was seen as so ridiculous now. And that's just like par for the course.
And that is the one thing that brings me some meager comfort, and we'll see how much it's actually true. But just the fact that Republicans just have to keep courting increasingly extreme people, and they're not really seeing like great electoral success for that consistently across the board. Like they've really kind of painted themselves into a corner. It seems like, I mean, it's too early to hold one's breath or anything, but
right.
They're alienating a lot of their donors and just kind of lifetime conservatives who, make no mistake, these are not great people, but they really have a vested interest in like economic stability, at least, right? Like these
Right.
wealthy lifelong Republicans. And so they're really alienated by, you know, the Trumps and some of these like extreme like January 6th alt-right, like people who want to actually destabilize the world and the government. They don't want that because they just want the steady grind of capitalism. So they're
Right.
kind of pit against like the death cult people and who do show up to vote and are very active and engaged, and then the establishment people who want nothing to change. Um, it's interesting.
Yeah.
I hope it keeps failing, because as long as they don't have a person to rally around, it definitely helps.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the DeSantis stuff. Because DeSantis is like Florida it's fucking scary. I actually am supposed to go to Disney World this year. My in-laws got us all tickets because they wanted to go. So I'm gonna go to Disney World for the first time, which is very exciting, but also very scary. I literally was like, should I not do this? Is this, especially the bathroom bill, which was like the specific thing, because it's like, you know, if they prevent people like trans people from like getting hormones, that's really fucked up, but probably not going to affect me as a visitor. But the bathroom laws shit is like serious. But I guess it's only a couple hours from the border, so our plan is to literally just not stop anywhere in Florida.
Yeah, and Disney World itself will be, you know,
right.
fine.
It's not mostly probably not Floridians. I mean, I guess the people that work there, but
right. Yeah, I'm actually, yeah, my family and I were going to Miami in July as well.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and we're gonna be staying in South Beach, which is just like gay central. So it'll be interesting to see just like what the vibe is there. And again, it was something planned long before before this stuff was codified.
Or got as bad as it is, because this has been a long time coming, but you know.
Right. Yes. They've been doing, they've been trying to enact a lot of awful legislation for a while, but it escalated so extremely from like the fear mongering about kids. And of course, we've all been warning people that this is where it was going to lead to just, complete lockdown on all HRT and bathroom use. So, so I guess we'll both technically be breaking the law in Florida a bunch.
Is that how, like, do they have a drag bill? Is that how it works? I don't know this. I get, because there's so much fucked up legislation, I get some of it confused. So I don't know if do they have a drag bill, and I don't know how theirs is worded.
I'm confused about too, because my mom and sister are like all about drag shows and stuff, so they've already been looking up things they want to go to in South Beach that seem to still be running. But then also Hamburger Mary's, which is a chain of like drag restaurants. There used to be one in Chicago, now it's a fucking Sweet Green, which sucks. But the Hamburger Mary's in Florida just started suing DeSantis for some of this stuff. So
there's
obviously they see their businesses being impacted.
Yeah, maybe there's not a drag bill passed, because I think the one that passed is in, as far as says, that one's Tennessee, and I remember that passed. So maybe they haven't actually passed one in Florida yet.
Let's see. Hamburger Mary's in Orlando sues DeSantis over state's anti-drag law.
Okay, so there is one. Fucking Tool, James Maynard Keenan of Tool performed in Florida, like, within the past week or so, and performed in drag, which was very cool. Like, as a fuck you.
Yes. Yeah, I know Haley Kiyoko just had a concert in Tennessee, also with a bunch of drag performers, and I think was just fined for it. But
yeah, and there was that video of that fucking cis woman getting harassed at in a bathroom law straight, and like the cops got called on her, and it's like, we fucking warned you, it's gonna be non-conforming cis people, not even trans people, mostly, that just because there's less of us.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be a complete shit show in terms of enforcement. And the thing that has me the most infuriated is just how much like Planned Parenthood and all of the major queer clinics in the state just are rolling over and complying with these laws right away. Like, we need test cases in the courts, and we also just need people just breaking the law to save people's lives. So I've spoken to a few people who know doctors who are have told them kind of in confidence, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to keep prescribing you meds and like we'll figure out a way to get it to you. But
That's
that's
really
the
good.
minority of cases. Every doctor should be doing that. Um, I don't know how you reconcile any of your professional or ethical oaths with following these laws, but
Yeah.
you know, that's why
Just
nonprofits ain't shit and why we can't trust these clinic networks that are dependent on a lot of foundation funding and government relationships to function, because they'll just rat you out.
yeah. The just the letter of the law is, well, we have to follow the law, and it's no, we are past that.
Yeah, trans peaks. That's something I find annoying. We've been warning everyone that this is where it would lead. Now that it's happened, people seem silent. Yeah, even like what was it? Jonathan Haidt in the New York Times a couple of months ago was saying that people were overreacting, and here's the polling data showing that most Americans are tolerant of trans people. It's only these fringe, policies. We don't need to like overhype this and be irrational and hysterical about it. And look where we are, right? Like there's
Right.
multiple states where trans people just can't live at all.
Yeah.
Missouri as well. Um, so it's dire out there. HRT or DIYHRT.cafe is one place to go. That has a whole list of different places to buy HRT online. It's easier to get testosterone blockers and estrogen than to get testosterone, but you can get testosterone from some of those sites just because testosterone is more controlled. Um, just know that site exists. If you can, build up a stockpile to distribute to people in your community, or just donate to that site to help keep it running, because it's obviously been attacked in the past too.
Yeah.
And I also have a link to a CryptPad page that explains how to actually order supplies internationally and manufacture your own HRT
Wow.
injections. Yes.
That's sick.
So yeah, it's sick. I've read through it and it's very intimidating to me with no know-how in that area, but I'm really glad it exists. And so anybody who wants a link to that, just private message me and I can send it to you. Because there are people that are already doing this. There's a DIY HRT clinic in Slab City and in one of the biggest squats in the desert. Like there are people making this stuff, but the more people who have that skill set now, I think the better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and insurance. Yeah, stock up for friends. Insurance had issues with insurance a few months after started. Friends gave me their extra. Um, yeah, definitely keep those networks.
yeah. And if you do have extra doses, then the place to go is transexchange.org. Or if you just need a loan of like a couple of months or something to kind of get you through, but you know where you're kind of gonna be after that. Transexchange.org. The password is trans5. This is run by a trans woman activist in the public eye that I know, and her team. And basically, the way that Trans Exchange works is if you have any spare doses or things you're not using, you can just mail it into them, and they'll distribute it out to anybody who needs it and puts in a request. And if you need a buffer of a couple of months, you can also put in a request and get it mailed to you too. So that's another resource to know. They're a relatively small team working there, so I try not to put that one on blast too heavily, and that's why it has a password and everything. But that's also
Yep.
one to know about.
Yeah, it's wild that I know it's wild that the country that gave us fucking Monty Python is like, actually drag is a problem. Like even
And Shakespeare,
yeah,
like
yeah, even fucking the Monty Python people themselves are all fucking pieces of shit now, or
right,
vocal about their shittiness.
true. But yeah, like they couldn't even have any like original style Shakespeare at the Globe for the tourists with
Wow.
that kind of law in place. Like
Yeah.
that's supposedly where the term drag even came from, is actors having to drag all the like bustles and dresses and stuff around the stage.
I'd never heard that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cleese especially is a prick. So did we want to play any more of that game? I feel like we may have run the course on it for now. It's very fun. Go buy it.
Yes, it's very cute. Yeah, I feel like we already explored both modes
Mm-hmm.
pretty well.
We do have a I didn't really look into this, but there is like almost not quite a Pisscourse, but the thing that people are yelling about on Twitter that is also a freak of the week.
Oh, yes.
And there was more to that story. Did you see the more to that story, or did you just see that video?
Wait, which one are we talking about?
The one you retweeted.
Oh, the fish?
Mm-hmm.
No, I did not hear that there was more.
Okay. Let's see if I can because I didn't actually save it. But there's this very good video that is getting passed around.
Oh, we got to do the bumper, right?
Oh, yeah.
I can't. Trusting that it was there. Freak the week. This guy.
He's so puppy.
When they shove him away, that's my favorite part. He's so scary, but so lovable. Just on the horn.
Oh, so good. So,
Maddie, have you seen the video of the person? I think they're under like gas at the dentist, and the dentist is reaching for something, and their hand goes like this, and the person just keeps trying to complete the heart, and the dentist just shoves their hand
and gets a scalpel. Yes,
gets a scalpel. That's what this shove reminds me of.
Oh my god. So let's see if I can find the because there's a heartwarming story to this. Let's see. Because apparently this is not just a random fish. This is that diver is fish. That diver like saved that fish. Yeah. Here we go.
That's his best friend fish, and he's shoving him like that.
Yeah, well, because it's like a dog, you know, it's puppy. So this is Japanese diver Hiroki Arakawa and his buddy of 25 years, a local fish named Yoriko. Every time they meet, the man greets the fishy with a kiss. He was entrusted to look. Hopefully, this is accurate. This is boredpanda.com. I've heard this other places. Entrusted to look after an underwater Shinto shrine. After decades, their friendship only grew stronger, and this is something all of us can. I heard another place. Yeah, here let's.
ただいれば
God, that's
通じ合う
loud.
っていうのかな話し相手じゃないけど自然とそうなっちゃった試したらキスしてね
God,
でもやってくれ
that
るの
fish
は
looks like
私
the
しかやってくれないよ
the emotional support pony that looks like the ghost of a Victorian child. Do you know about that?
Yeah.
The traumatized pony.
私は荒川博之それと職業は潜水夫です水の中入ってから18歳だから今79でしょだから、60年ぐらい
He's even older than 70.
孤独になれるでしょ
Damn.
自分だけの世界だから深いところが好きなんです鳥居を作ろうに水深17メーターのところに鳥居があって鳥居のところに
Look at its little fangies.
Oh my god, he's like a little shrine guardian.
Yes.
日本でいうコブダイコブがあるから
Bulbous head.
よく真正面から見ると人の顔に似てるんですよく見るとね誰かに似てるなと思う
Oh my god, the drawing.
Oh no.
である種だから鳥居のとこで
Shape.
もうくたくたの状態で
Oh.
でそれを見て餌取れないから毎日5個ぐらいずつ食べさせて10日ぐらいしたらでも
5
良くな
crabs
って
a
るんです
day.
よ。
That's a lot.
えずく程度のことはどこでも誰でもできると。ただ触れたりいろんなことをこう一緒にやれるっていうのはなかなかできないですね。コブダイ自体の性質がそういう性質なのかどうかわからないけれど信頼感があるからじゃないのかな。
Just that Torii Gate is cool. Like an underwater
やっぱり
Torii
助け
Gate.
たの
Like
もが
it's a
あれじゃない
shrine.
かな分かってるんじゃないかな。
Yeah.
自分が重傷を負ってそれをねやったのがそこまで近づけたっていうことは自慢っていうは自慢だな。胸の中にあるね素晴らしいその達成感があるんですよ。
That's so cool.
Oh, so wholesome. So much love for that ugly fish.
Yeah, so what is this kind of fish? We have to look into this kind of fish. I'm curious how old they can get.
Yeah. Let's see.
I don't know if it said in that that video seemed a little bit more like it knew what it was talking about than this dumb
Yeah, the
aggregator
board
site.
panda. Yeah.
Asian sheep's head wrasse.
Asian sheep's head wrasse. Wow. Oh my god, the picture that just came up is like so haunting.
Oh yeah, that first on Google. Yeah.
Just evil. Just beautiful.
So yeah, let's go to Wikipedia. I'm so curious. They're hermaphroditic.
Fuck yeah.
They're intersex. Very cool. It can change sex.
Fuck yeah. Wow, there's not that much info on them. It seems like this.
Yeah, it's like a stub.
Yeah. Yeah, the Wikipedia article even talks about the one we just saw, as if that's like one of the only ones we know about.
It can reach 39 inches. Yeah, but it doesn't even say how old they can get. Maybe we don't know.
Yeah. Oh my god, this one picture of them is so good.
I love that. That's how we get it. That's so good.
I don't know what he reminds me of. There's some like cartoon character that this reminds me of.
He just reminds me of like just that, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
there's
hi.
definitely a sound there.
Or like Goofy or something.
Yeah, he's like Goofy. He's like caveman Goofy.
Yeah, we got to see if we can find the video that they talked about in the wiki as going.
The Asian sheep's head.
Number 15. I don't know why that. Burger King foot lettuce. I don't know why that.
Oh no, that's one being slaughtered.
No.
They don't look like they would taste good.
Yeah.
Look like there'd be too many lumps.
Here I'll go. Oh, actually, they can't see that right now. Yeah, we'll probably have to watch this on silent. This is BBC Earth, so we'll have to watch this on silent. But are there subtitles? Maybe. The bulbousness.
Without bump. Oh, they all deserve to have bump.
Yeah. That's super cool. Really, really, really perfect. Freak of the week material on a lot of levels. Did we have do we have another topic? I think you were talking about
Yeah, I was
some.
just pulling it up. A mini Pisscourse. Yes.
Oh,
So
that's
this was
weird. We got
happening.
sound there. I wonder if it's.
Yeah, I heard that one.
I wonder if it's just
Go
that
figure.
particular audio that's fucked up somehow. Anyway.
So there's this Twitter literary person, Brandon Tyler, who has a novel that just came out. And I follow Brandon and his Substack. A lot of stuff he talks about is like Victorian novels, and like he's like a very like classical like literature kind of person, but his Twitter is very just like fun and frothy. I think his ad is like Big Tyler or something like that. And this review came out this week by let me look it up which publication it was in. It was by Laura Miller it was in Slate. And it's really was just outraging a lot of like literary Twitter. The review is Brandon Taylor's online writing is vibrant, funny, and true. Why is his fiction trying so hard to be something else? And so,
oh my God.
Yeah. I'll put the sharticle. It's actually also kind of a sharticle.
That's true.
I'll put it in the Zoom.
You guys have to imagine the sharticle bumper since we don't have one yet.
Yeah, unless you want me to make fart sounds on the mic.
I'll leave
nice
that sort of dealer's choice. I'm sure the chat would hate it, but
with this great mic too. So yeah, so this entire article is basically just like panning this author for his books not being the same as his tweets and not being as fun as his tweets.
That's so
and
wild.
Like, it's very strange. Because his writing on his Substack has always been about these kind of like classic literary figures and with all of the dourness and pretentiousness or whatever that entails. Either you like it or you don't. But like he wrote basically a great American novel about kind of queer people in like a very serious literary register. Not that literature can't also be funny, but like
yeah. Not what he was going for.
Yeah. No, he was going for something a little bit more, wrought and tragic. The novel is The Late Americans. And this entire piece is just posting like funny tweets from Brandon about completely different things. Just the normal things that people just tweet, like, oh, when you guys count from 1 to 5, do you start with your thumb or do you start with your index finger?
Right.
Why wasn't his book like this?
Yeah, this is what? I don't even understand. Like, okay. These tweets are just, I'm so confused. Here's what Clarence Thomas continues to be delivering us one of the great Victorian novels. Okay, I guess that's like his fall from grace. Like,
and his awful relationship, like, and
right.
being married to this terrible person and whatever. Yeah.
Why? What? Who okayed this? What editor was like, yes? What the fuck?
It's really strange. Like, okay, here's a line. If a parasocial relationship can ever be wholesome, the way that I and many of his nearly 100,000 followers feel about Taylor's Twitter account comes pretty close. Oh, to have a friend like this to text with all day. Someone witty and omnivorously curious, widely and deeply and joyfully read, and above all, so funny. This sentiment is exactly what book publicists have hoped their author's Twitter's account would inspire. That illusion of friendship, because only a jerk doesn't buy their friend's book.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you not? How do you write that and not that sentence is literally, I am entitled because of my relationship, my perceived relationship with him based on his Twitter account, I feel like I am entitled to a different book than the one he wrote.
Yes. Yeah. That plus, well, publicists and publishers are giving writers constant pressure to perform a witty, likable personality on Twitter and to produce all this constant free content to market their book. And this guy was actually good at that. So how dare he successfully market a book that isn't the exact same thing as his tweets, which by no means did he ever promise that it would be.
And I'm also just imagining like trying to tweet about the things you were describing as like Substack is about. Like like what do you want his Twitter to be like this book? Like what would that even be like? Like Twitter is the joke website that you make jokes on. Like no one would look at his Twitter if it wasn't jokes. And it's
It's so bizarre. Yeah, like in his Substack, he like reviews, books from the 1800s and shit. Like, and it does a really in-depth literary analysis. It's like you're in a class. If he tweeted that, he just couldn't, because there just isn't that space,
right?
And there just isn't the audience for that kind of engagement. Like, plenty of people have had a backlash against an author whose social media doesn't live up to what their books are. Roxane Gay comes to mind, and I don't think it's a coincidence that both of these people being criticized are Black in this example. But people complain about her Twitter being more mean-spirited than her writing or whatever. But a lot of that happens to writers. And that also makes no sense, right? Like, it's a different platform. It's a different means of engagement. None of us are the person we are in books all the time. But to do it in reverse and say your book should be more like your Twitter is so strange.
Yeah. How strange. Yeah, I wanted to know what the what the final paragraph was, if it made it make any sense. What? There was a certain kind of poet, thinks Seamus, in the first chapter of The Late Americans, for whom prestige was the point. That's true of other kinds of writers, too. There's the work typically thought as serious, which is also the type of writing that garners the most prestige and the least money. Writers often approach it with a formality and conviction of its import that can stifle... What? Taylor's superb online writing seems to have been created in this frame of mind. I can't help wishing that his fiction was, too. What?
So I guess what this paragraph is trying to say is that Taylor's strength in his social media is that it's very conversational, and so it helps get around some of the barriers. It feels like a more natural voice, and so this person's really implying that his voice on Twitter, which is always going to be less manicured, more casual, about more casual things, less thought through, that's his real voice.
Right.
And the voice that he put a ton of effort into crafting in a novel, which, if you sell a novel, the number of times you read through that thing and that you edit through that thing, dozens and dozens and dozens of times, and you change so much about it, to like say that that's not his true voice because it's not fun. And that, that almost that it's like implying that it's like being pretentious on purpose, or that there's some artifice there, when it's as intentional as a piece of writing can be. It's
very, very strange. I think that this, like, I think I'm trying to be as I'm trying to understand the how somebody can think like this, and so I'm like, my most generous thought is like, you could have written, like, if you had written this, that is not the thesis of this review, but as like, you know, I read this book and I didn't really like, you know, I didn't like it for these reasons. And then as a thing, you were like, and you know, which surprised me considering that like some of the reasons I didn't like the book were, you know, he does so well on his Twitter account. Like, so like, I think you could have even, but it's wild to frame it as like the entire review. The entire review is framed as like the book is not as good as the Twitter is so wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree completely. You don't have to like the book. You could totally say it's dry, or I found some of the characters so insufferable I couldn't get through the passages about them. And this book could have benefited from a lot of the lightness and humor that I see in this person's Twitter.
Right.
That's totally fine. But to say, here is how much I love it, and it's because of the parasocial relationship piece, I think.
Yeah.
That it's like I've fallen in love with my idea of who this person is, and surely they want to give me more of that. I want to just buy more of that. And how dare he want to make something that isn't that performance?
Yep.
And the social media performance that's curated to be this fun, frothy thing that maximizes its appeal to a lot of different people. That has to be what's real.
Yep.
Not your literary story about a bunch of like gay men of all different backgrounds in a writer's workshop. Like, God, that's boring to me. How dare you about that?
Brickhouse says also, I wonder if it has anything to do with him being a otherwise entertaining black man, and that then the smile comes off and this person gets uncomfortable. Yeah, I think that's a really good way of putting it, which is so unmasked that desire for this person to be you know, the funny black guy. It's very weird.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. And I think that's also why people zero in on Roxane Gay as the example of someone who's too mean on Twitter, because they want her as a black woman to be really, you know, nice and entertaining. Which isn't to say that you can criticize her for like going too far or like making points that aren't great points, whatever. But it's the number of people that feel entitled to that from both of these people. It's so clearly racialized.
Yeah.
And if this were just like a white guy writing, you know, a great American novel that was boring, you would still try to find the merit in it and probably
or criticize it on its own merits, like without bringing this weird. It's just like imagining. Yeah, it's unfathomable. I can't. How did this writer get through this whole piece without having the self-reflection to not write this article? And then how did the editors, I mean, maybe the editors knew how dumb it was and they just didn't care because they knew it would get clicks.
True. The rage bait.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's another thing. It's like it really could just be rage bait top to bottom, but
it's very like, oh, you didn't do the assignment and the paper is due tomorrow. Can you just cobble together what you can find online and then crack open a few passages to support the fact that you didn't like the book, you couldn't get through it, and didn't get through it on time.
The author originally was going to be like, yeah, this book is really great and funny, like just like their Twitter, and then it wasn't that, and they were like, I'm so upset that I can't write that bad article.
Yep. It's for our set. Editors hanging writers out to dry by letting them write rage bait is a big problem, and also just commissioning pieces that are rage bait too. Like,
yeah,
editors know that that's a big money maker, so they'll seek it out and they'll encourage writers to do it without protecting the writer as well in other situations. Or not thinking about how it'll reflect on the writer in their career. KPPK said everyone thinks their parasocial relationships are wholesome.
Yeah, it's very weird. I actually think, okay, this is I don't know if I've talked about this. I think, and I'm curious what your thoughts on it is. I think parasocial relationships are fine, and honestly I think that the kinds of like, and I don't know, maybe it depends on how you actually define that phrase, but like the way I interact with most of my favorite, or not interact, but like enjoy a lot of my favorite creators are, it's sort of like a parasocial thing. Like I listen to podcasts because they keep me company, you know, and like it feels like I'm part of the group. And you know, and like my favorite video personalities, like, you know, I like them because I like their personality. And I absolutely imagine myself if we met in, like, I don't, you know, I wouldn't watch somebody that I didn't feel like if we met in real life that we would get along to some degree, or like share a sense of humor and stuff. And I think that's fine. Like, I think that's how people have interacted with celebrity or like any kind of stuff forever. And I think that, but it's the when it is upsetting, and this is such a good example of it, is when that turns into entitlement, when you don't realize like it is okay for you to have this relationship with this one-sided relationship with a creator and feel as though you know them, and that's fine. Like, that's how I feel about people online. But it's not it like the problem is when you don't realize that that is not real. Like, that is not that person you have in your brain is a persona that, like, whether it's because they are faking some aspect of their personality, or even just like not, you know, being their entire self online, like that's not them, and you can't know who they are, and you can't, and that is the real fucked up part of parasocial relationships, when that one-sided relationship becomes any amount of entitlement at all. Like, and at the worst of it, it's shit like this, or, you know, sexual entitlement is like, you know, the classic example of, like, you know, how many people get mad when their favorite female streamer turns out to have a boyfriend, and it's like that's entitlement. You feel entitled to like the possibility that you could date this streamer, which is wild.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, you know, the way that you're describing it, it reminds me of a lot of conversations people say about how exposure to porn is so damaging to children, and it warps their perception of what sex really is. And the only reason that's the case is because kids have no actual sexual education at all. In this country, certainly, a lot of them have abstinence only. So they turn to porn, which is like an entertainment and a comforting thing, and a scratch a particular itch kind of thing, and they use it as education because that's all that they have. And I think maybe we could make a similar argument with parasocial relationships, where people reach for something that can be comforting, entertaining, just kind of help you pass the time and stay motivated while you're cleaning the house. They reach out to it as a sense of actual friendship or actual like connection, um, and project certain expectations and emotional needs onto it that it can't ever meet. And
Right.
that's when it starts getting really unhealthy. Um, and maybe we can draw a distinction between, in some of the social psych literature, they talk about social snacking. And social snacking is something, really anything a person does to help them feel more connected and less lonely when they're alone. And social snacking can be anything from looking at old photos of like you on a vacation with your friends, or just texting with somebody, or communicating with somebody in a, you know, maybe writing someone an email, some kind of method where you're not making immediate contact, to listen to a podcast or something like that would also kind of be social snacking. And there's nothing wrong with social snacking, right? Like it's just one way of coping, and can, in the right ways, foster an actual connection or help you meet people or stay in touch with people.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of different things get called parasocial relationships, but it seems like it's when people really believe that they know someone and know the ins and outs of who they are and what they would do, and feel and develop expectations based on a relationship that literally does not exist.
Right.
And that entitlement piece, that then it's divorced from reality, right? Like, you can feel like, oh, you know, which one's my favorite McElroy brother, and which one would I fuck, which one would I marry, which one would I kill? Well, maybe that's toxic in a different way, depending on your stance on real person fic and stuff like that. But there's the light, not taking it seriously, having an emotional connection to somebody's work or an idea of them, and then there's like believing it's real or believing that you have a right to it.
Yeah.
And that's definitely where it gets really twisted, and it does happen to women and people of color
Yep.
a lot more.
Yep.
Yeah, especially with the entitled piece.
And that, yeah, and I think that this is really a really, you know, assuming that this are, you know, like we said, it's possible that this article isn't written in good faith, but assuming it is written in good faith, like this is the classic example of like you don't get more to the crux of like someone feeling entitled to someone, to who someone is because of their parasocial relationship with them. And that the fact that they even name it in the piece is so wild to me, that they could even name that in so many different ways, like multiple times in different ways, name that they have these expectations based on their Twitter and not think that that's bad. And that they would try to, because that's fundamentally what a critic does, is fundamentally like, you know, trying to change the, like, I don't know, I guess it, like you're trying to change the you know, get better writing in the world, whether it's that our author is writing different shit because of your review, or just like other art, you know what I mean? Like there's a, or you're just shifting focus, like you're fundamentally trying to change the fact that you would do that based off of parasocial entitlement is,
yeah, you're like basically broadcasting that as a reviewer you're compromised, like that you should not be the person reviewing this book, because you have all these weird outsized expectations. Yeah, and I think a big part of what you're saying is that like good criticism does something above and beyond the work itself, right? Like you talk about what's great about the work or what didn't work or what it is, but you put it in like a cultural context. And that could be like a trend piece, or that could be, you know, complaining about a trope that is just really emerging, and thinking about the history of why it is really popular. You know, there's a lot of different ways to do criticism, but to just, instead of talking about this book bigger than the book itself, they made it smaller and didn't talk about the book. They talked about some tweets they liked, which I guess we're kind of, we just review tweets we like sometimes. That's fine.
Yeah, that's
but
fine, but it's not.
But I would like
literature.
Slate.com to give me $300 for that or something.
If anyone wants us to write an article about tweets and give us $300, we'll do it.
Yeah. Yes. You know, we'll relaunch BuzzFeed here on twitch.tv and just show tweets and make money. We'll be aggregators. Seb said, I've sometimes had it with smaller creators talking about the kind of DMing and hearing back, that it feels like there are times they feel they have to be overly friendly in order to keep fans happy. Yeah. That's like there's just a lot of weird layers built in, because I don't want to say, oh, you know, boo-hoo, these people with hundreds of thousands of followers, they're if you think about it, they're really the oppressed class here, because I've seen that take sometimes, and I don't agree with that. There is power that comes with it, but not as much power and wealth as probably people imagine. But there's, I don't know, this is just another creep that technology and corporate like interests have caused work to engulf even more of our life, really. Like, you can't just write, you have to also be the marketer, and marketing doesn't mean just making posts about your book. It means crafting a personality and maintaining it for a long time. And yeah, it can get really exhausting, though. I think that's also, there's what people are told they have to do as a creator to market their stuff, and then there's like what people think that they have to do. And both of those things are not always actually what you actually have to do, but it really does, people get really fixated on it, and it's hard to walk away from.
And more like Twitter doesn't actually Twitter or even TikTok, it's like shit goes viral and it doesn't actually translate into, like, it can. I mean, your books are a really great example of that. Like, totally can, but doesn't. The transference is lower than it's ever been of like what that actually means.
Yeah, yeah. I would just say so much for anybody in any kind of creative field who's trying to market it online. Like, you're gonna be told all these things that you have to do that are just gonna guilt you into thinking you need to post so many times per day. You need to reply to every person. You have to have a comment section and engage with it and moderate it. All of this stuff that you're not getting compensated for, and there's no guarantee any of it will ever pay off. Even as a god tier poster, somebody with a real posting habit problem. It was not my posting that made my books do well. It was just one person on TikTok, some comedian who liked the book, happened to persuade, tens of thousands of people to buy the book. And that was nothing. And that, years of posting every day did not do that. It was out of my control. And even when you do post and engage with audiences, you are never in control of what's going to succeed and what's not going to. So you might as well just only do shit that's actually fun.
Yeah, and that's why we do the shit that we do, because we fucking like doing this shit and posting, making videos and shit. I was just reminded of. Did you hear about Biggest Dickus?
I'm not sure.
Maybe it wasn't called that. It was something like that, but it was a book. There was a. Oh man, I should have sent this to you. I can't believe I didn't think about this. That we should have talked about this. So I don't have any pre-pro in this. Let's see if I can find some links. Nicholas Dickolas. Yeah, that's what it was. Nicholas Dickolas. KPPK, so you're not making 1,000 a second from this Twitch stream? Not yet. Not without your support.
Yes.
Give us enough.
Give
us enough. Just hit that subscribe button so we can do the next Germa Dollhouse stream. We'll do it.
Maybe we could sell actual piss. That could be our gamer girl bathwater. We could just sell piss.
What would it be? Shit poster piss.
Shit poster piss. Yeah. Pisscourse. Well, we could also put it in a little fragrance sampler. It could be
oh my god.
Mist.
Oh my god.
Pisscourse.
Oh.
Piss subscription, KPPK says. Now you're talking. That's a much better revenue stream, is when you got the monthly.
I'm literally putting shit in the post. Oh god. Oh my god.
Shit posting. Oh my god.
Oh.
Is that illegal? Is that a problem?
Oh my god. Cards Against Humanity did it.
Oh yeah. Famously a good company.
Yeah, right. Okay, but I can't believe you didn't hear about this. Let's see if I can find, because it's publishing drama. Looks like there aren't many great results for Nicholas Dickolas. What? I thought that was it. Oh, Biggolus Dickolas.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, just look at all of these articles. TechCrunch, Book Riot, Slate, Insider, Amal El Motar. I've never heard of that. There's a Wikipedia page? No, there is. Yeah, possible.
Oh my god. So this is just someone who tweeted about a book and it just caught on?
Yes.
Because of their tweet?
So there is a book called This Is How You Lose the Time War, which is that's the author, Amal El Motar. Or wait, no. I'm confused.
Yeah, it looks like there's two authors maybe.
Yeah, because there's or is that
Max Gladstone.
but anyway, yeah, this is they tweeted Bigelow Nicholas Wolfwood tweeted, "Read this. Do not look up anything about it. Just read it. It's only like 200 pages. You can download it on Audible. It's only like 4 hours. Do it right now. I'm extremely serious." Oh, I didn't even realize that was where that phrasing came from. But yeah, and it just like went viral and a bunch of people read it. And now everybody is like I saw a bunch of comments of like actual authors getting like reached out to from their publishers of like, how do we find your
Bigelow.
Right. And it's all just fucking random bullshit in the note. Like, it's just random. Like, you can't manufacture that.
Marketing and publicity people, for the most part, like, they're bosses, not the individuals you work with, but like they're so uncreative, and publishers are so uncreative. They think, like, even though they're like selling art, you know,
Right.
some of it's art, they just want to just sell something that is already sold. And that's what you have to do when you're pitching a book. You have to tell them it's going to be exactly like this book that already sold well. That's literally what pitching a book is. And then you have to, and then marketing, they just, and cover design, they just copy what's already worked. And they never learn that that's always going to be diminishing returns, and that it's just a weak ass move. Like,
absolutely. It's really it's the whole thing about capitalism, and it's the same reason why movies are all just only Marvel movies. Like, and big games are always like, you know, they always have to be, you know, the same game over and over again. It's because capital can't take risks by definition. Like the way, you know, corporations. It's so upsetting, the insidiousness of the way capital and these fucking people make, you know, create the so much of the art that we are able to consume.
Yeah, and this is why, you know, capitalism is not the bulwark of innovation. And the sad thing is, they end up collectively wasting so much more money than if they had just taken a chance on different things.
Yep.
Because creating a whole system that just replicates what other people have done and just maintaining that over and over again, that's a really big, expensive thing to do that fails every time. When you could just wait for your Bigelow Nicholas to come your way. You know, if you open up your heart,
and
Bigelow Nicholas will find you.
You tweet about Trigun. Oh yeah, because he's a fan account for Trigun also, isn't another really good important part of this.
That's so funny. Yeah. Like, who would have thought Trigun Twitter users were readers?
I don't know. Trigun. Is Trigun a manga also? I don't actually know.
Yeah. I think so. Probably. But like, they just came out in droves to buy a Western like novel. That's the other thing too. Like, usually a call to action on social media does not translate to most of your followers doing anything. No matter how much goodwill you've built, posting about Trigun for years, like, there's no explanation for why this works so well, and that's beautiful. Why can't we just let that be?
Yeah. Brickhouse Dorf says it was such a good book, which I have heard that it is, and also, didn't the Trigun creator respond to the tweet, which I did not hear, but I hope that's true, because that's really good. I can look in the quote tweets just to see. I don't know. I had this thought. If you look at quote tweets, how do they organize that? It feels just like chronological or some shit. It's ridiculous. And I'm like, when do they make it so? Yeah, I think it is fucking chronological, which is so funny to me. When do they make it so that the blue checks, when you click fucking quote tweets, blue checks come up first?
Probably as soon as they started doing that for replies, being blue checks first.
Yeah, that's true. That's already that's how it is now. God.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, I was hoping it would just
Big
show up, but I didn't
mistakes.
see it. Really important stuff.
What's also interesting here is that this was just a banger success for Bigolas Dickolas as well, because he had 14,000 followers before this, and the tweet has like 145,000 likes.
Yeah.
So something about this, just like the tone, the absurdness of the who was saying it, people just got wrapped up in the irrational exuberance. It's like the stock market or something. It's like Bigolas Dickolas is big today.
Yeah.
We're really into this today.
I think that also it has to do with, like, to actually talk about why this worked. I think it does have to do with, like, that there's a very certain kind of post that can do really well, and you'll see it happen. Like, somebody will hit on it, and it's just like I'm trying to think of like an example. This is not quite right, but like the way that people will use, like, they'll like say something like, I don't know, like, white people need to learn this, and some like thing like that, and then they'll end it with like, read that again. And that one gets on my nerves because I always do it. I always fully read it again, expecting there to be a pun. Like, before, like, not that I really, like, I don't like think about it and do it, but it's like before my brain realizes, oh, they're just trying to get me, it's just a thing. They're just trying to, like, get my attention more so with the pithy, like, thing, but it works. And it feels like there's weird things about the way the brain works, where it's like Facebook or YouTube thumbnails, where it's like it has to be a giant face, and if it's a giant face, you're like, people are way more likely to click on it. Yeah, KPPK says it's like hypnosis, which
Well, I think hypnosis is a little bit more tasteful, but
okay, I'm glad I don't think I've said this to you, so I'm glad I'm saying it on stream. Have you ever thought about how autism, unmasking autism is just like like the autism hypno? Like, it's just like, it is the equivalent of like the sissy hypno videos, except for autism.
well,
has that ever did you do that on purpose?
Well, all I will say is that the audiobook is the most popular format, and I did used to use these pipes on making tracks that had certain effects on people, and so that's the secret sauce.
Oh my god.
This had not occurred to me in exactly that framing, as you put it, but yeah, we are autism-fying.
Yeah.
People.
This is what is, I don't know what the phrase is, but it's just autism hypno.
Just release your inner autistic.
Can we turn the entire conceit of that book into, oh my god, okay, that's actually a very good idea. Can we just take the entire conceit of that book, turn it into like a video essay, but edit it like sissy hypno? But I don't know what the like a sissy hypno video, it'll have, like, people sucking cocks or whatever. Like, what is the autism equivalent?
It would just be people doing Rubik's cubes in the background and shit.
Just cut to stimming.
A bunch of different stims, people just rocking, people, the guy jumping up and down with the new Roddy Piper figurine that came in the mail, like, it'd be exactly like a gooning video.
Yes,
stimming.
Just like 3 videos all at the same time of the different autism shit. Oh, you are autistic. You want to you want to fidget.
You want to make spreadsheets about what the weather was like during every baseball game. Well, oh god, there's a lot. There's a lot. I mean, because my thing used to be very much like robotification stuff, and I used to always tell people that was like an unmasking thing, was why it was appealing. It's like, oh, you don't have to pretend to smile and be emotive and human, like
Right.
so we could definitely do a safe for work autismification, brainwashing, and that they'll hate it. Stephen Hassan, the cult guy, the cult expert, will really be shaking in his boots because we'll be transgenderfying and autismifying.
He'll be shaking in his
everybody.
boots as he stims.
As he stims. That's right. Because whenever he talks about the sissy hypno stuff, he's like, I couldn't look away. I could feel it working on me. It's like, dude, maybe you made this your career for a reason.
Yeah. The woke left is trying to turn your kids autistic. Oh man, that's such a fucking good idea.
They are. We don't even have to it's not even a fight, like we're gonna win. We're gonna win this one.
This is the future liberals want.
People are becoming more autistic every day.
Oh my fucking god. What a good idea. We need to do that.
Oh my god.
Okay. It's a little early, but I think that's maybe a perfect place.
Yes.
To put a button on it. I thank you guys for coming out. Thank you again.
Thanks for hanging with us.
For being so supportive. I am gonna play some more Zelda.
Fuck
so
yeah.
we are gonna go into Zelda. I just realized none of that is prepped, so I have to do that really quick.
Oh yeah. Well, we have plenty of time to vamp. You get set up. How far into the game do you think you are right now?
Roughly a fourth. I
wow.
basically just got to like I haven't actually done the first story mission yet, but I'm at the place to do it. So maybe a fourth, but I have really no idea. Yeah, I was just talking about whether I actually am gonna oh, there might be a horrible noise. I hope not. Actually finish it, or we'll see.
Or are you more interested in the just kind of like fucking around, exploring, making things side of things than story?
Well, mostly it's just that it would take, like, I would love to beat it on stream, but it would literally take, at the rate I'm playing it, it would take so long. Hold on. Let's
Yeah, I'm intimidated by how huge everything looks and just how hard to navigate things are for starting out in the game.
Yeah.
And I know it scratches an itch for a lot of types of players, but I like story. I like, I just like playing around with my little fairies, and I'm sure I'll get the hang of it, but I've been just dying and falling off things.
Oh no.
Having things I make kill me, it's tough.
It is hard. It is like, it does feel harder than Breath of the Wild, and like they give you a lot of different ways to do shit, but that means things kind of have to be harder because because there's just more ways to accomplish things, like. But it's very fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it. We're not going to stop quite yet.
Yeah, and I've heard people just raving about the physics engine, which I hadn't even thought about at first, but just the fact that things fit together as well as they do is kind of unreal. So that's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, the physics stuff is from my understanding, it's just like the way that there's so many different systems and they all work together perfectly and nothing, like, it's never jank, and they're all like super complex physics systems. It's
Yeah. Oh, and I guess another thing we should say while we still have people on the stream is that next Thursday I'm getting top surgery.
Yes.
So We'll see. I don't know. I'm
Definitely
I'm
not next
coherent,
Friday.
I'm like, fuck it, we ball. What I mean, what
Really,
else
I
am I gonna be
mean,
doing?
I'd be
I'll just be,
down.
measuring how much pus is coming out of my shit and just watching movies anyway. So I'm like, why not? If I'm lucid enough, why not just like watch something or do something stupid? I don't know. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
I'm
But
totally down. I'm so excited
okay.
for you. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, it'll be cool. I've never had surgery of any kind before. So this will be a whole new venture into the human experience, sides of the human experience I have never had. Um, and yeah. So there's a chance we might be not streaming, but I think we're gonna try next Friday, just do something casual.
Yeah.
And if things are a little bit intermittent for a couple of weeks, then that's how it goes. But I think if nothing goes sideways, I imagine I'll be able to.
Yep. You just got to take your own advice and relax and do less. That's for your
Yes.
body. That's definitely true. But we could do
Yes.
something. We can just do something chill, that you could just
Yeah.
look at the pretty lights.
Yes. And everybody mentioning like laxatives and stuff. The person I'm seeing, we're not using any narcotics, so we'll see. I should be in theory both less constipated and less fucked up than is standard, but I don't know. We'll go for a ride. We'll fucking see.
Yeah, we'll just see.
Or maybe I'll just be screaming bloody murder the whole time. But
Yeah, we could just do a stream of you getting on and yelling about how much pain you're in, if that if that would be cathartic.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah. Okay. We're gonna raid my channel. Thank you everybody for hanging out. And
Yeah, see y'all soon.
If we can, actually. It's not showing. There we go. All right.
All right.
Now we wait the 10 awkward seconds. That
Much better than 69.
Yeah, I mean.
Well.
All right. See you on the other side.
All right. Bye.